Live from Miami Valley South Stadium on the campus of Bellbrook High School in Bellbrook, Ohio. It's time for the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers. Tonight, it's the Madison Mohawks taking on the Bellbrook Golden Eagles in Southwestern Buckeye League action. Good evening, everybody. Doug Brown along with the coach, Jim Place, and joining us here in a few minutes will be Andre Johnson Jr. down on the field. And, Coach, this is going to be one of those games where you're going to see a lot of running. The Bellbrook Golden Eagles, they run that wing T, and that screws everybody up. I mean, everybody up here in the booth, it's hard to find the wing T, the guy that's running in the wing T. What about Madison?
You know, one thing, Madison, they think that they have an advantage in this game because for the last 3 years, they've run the wing T. They say, Coach Place, we totally understand it. You know, one of the things about stopping the wing T is you read the guards. A lot of people like to read backfield action, but in the wing T, you have to read the guards. Those players from Madison say, we know how to read guards. Watch out for us tonight, Coach Place.
It should be an interesting game. Andre, what do you got down there?
Yeah, Doug, Jim, this is a classic case of David versus Goliath. But in this case, David, or Madison, has their rocks locked and loaded. Madison said when I asked them to describe their team in one word, that word was overlooked. They feel like they've got a lot of talent on this team, and they just haven't had a bunch of chances to show it. And on the Bellbrook side, they say that they're not overlooking the Mohawks tonight. They want to put them out of this game early because the message all week has been not to take their opponents lightly. And one thing that we're not taking lightly tonight is this weather. It feels great out here, so we're going to send it over to Natalie Walters at our Dayton 24/7 Now studios for a quick weather update.
It's going to be a beautiful night for some football. Temperatures, they're going to be on the mild side around kickoff. We'll see temperatures in the lower 70s, but they fall pretty quickly back into the mid 60s around 9 p.m. and they'll continue to fall. So you may want to bring a light sweater or maybe a jacket to the games this evening, as we will be seeing temperatures pretty pleasant, but again, a little cooler once that sun starts to set.
Thank you, Natalie. I think Andre's got his parka down there already. We'll be back with the coin toss and the opening kickoff right after this timeout. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers.
Madison, you're going to call this, and what are you going to call? What did he say? What do you got, Kevin?
I got tails.
Your tails is correct. I'm going to throw it. If I drop it, I'll do it again, okay? You called tails? And it is? Tails. What would you like to do? Okay. Defer their choice the second half. I assume you want the ball? And which goal do you want to defend?
We're going to kick.
Okay. Line up with your back to that goal, like your back to this goal. All right. Madison chosen to defer, and Bellbrook will receive. Guys, shake hands again. Sportsmanship. Let's go.
What a nice night for football here at Miami Valley South Stadium. As you can see the sunset there, that looks great, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a beautiful night tonight. You know, I think Natalie Walters might be MVP this football season. She's given us great weather every night. Natalie, another great job by you. You're the MVP this year, Natalie.
Yeah, 3 more weeks like this, we're fine.
Oh, yeah. Keep it going, Natalie.
So Bellbrook has, or Madison won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Bellbrook will get the ball to start this game. They will be going from left to right in their black jerseys, as you see them right there on the screen. The Madison Mohawks will be in their white jerseys, red numbers, black pants, and red helmets. And Jim, this is going to be a run fest, basically.
Yeah, Bellbrook loves to run the ball. Madison's feeling confident, though. Hey, let's talk about that kicker from Madison, number 26, Layla Yutsa. The young lady, it was August. The football coach came to the women's soccer practice and said, hey, I need a kicker. And she says, hey, I can do that. Listen, she's also the scholar athlete, a 4.0. She's a women's soccer. She's an outstanding women's soccer player. And she says, I'm loving being the kicker. Coach recruited her in August. Layla, we're rooting for you. Lay into it.
Alex interviewed her this morning on the Dayton 24/7 Now News this morning. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. So sit back and enjoy tonight's game between the Madison Mohawks and the Bellbrook Golden Eagles from Bellbrook High School, the Miami Valley South Stadium. The players are here, the fans are here, the coaches are here, the cheerleaders are here, the fans are here. So let's get this thing underway here at Miami Valley South Stadium.
The referees tonight, Mike Jennings, Kevin Jennings, Matt Jennings, Ronnie Tussey, and Bill Osborne. This is one of the veteran crews. They are a top crew. I'm going to talk about them more later. Top crew.
There's a kickoff coming down, and it's going to go.
Oh, my
it's still
gosh.
in bounds.
Oh.
And it goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line. But she got a pretty good kickoff.
Oh, I tell you what, that coverage team could have got down there. That was a perfect kickoff. Layla, you're a weapon. I'm sure all the women's soccer players at Madison are saying, hey, she's our teammate. We're proud of her.
So Bellbrook will start at their
Free kick infraction against the Mohawks. Ball will start on the 35.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their own 35-yard line, as it normally would. The main running back for Bellbrook is Seth Barandi. He wears number 1. That's him right there on your screen. He's the man to watch because he's got the single. What did he say? He was going to try and get the single season record.
That's his goal.
And he had the single game record earlier this year against Eaton, wasn't it? Also in the backfield, number 45 in Eric Etienne. Here comes Barandi round the left side. He's gone. He is not going to be touched unless. Nope, he's gone. Barandi, a 65-yard touchdown run to start this game. That touchdown brought to you by Donato's. Wow, nobody touched him.
That's why he's got 1,100 yards so far this season. That's one of go down as one of the all-time greats here at Bellbrook High School. Outstanding young man, Seth Barandi.
So now they'll go for the Connor Bay.
Held by number 15, Carson Levinsky.
Will do the extra point, and it's up and through the uprights. So minute 47 seconds, or minute 17 seconds, or what is it, minute 12 seconds.
Yo, Brownie, you
Not
notice
even
they
that.
put the ball on the 35-yard line. If the ball would have gone into the end zone, the ball would have come out to the 20. You know, everybody watches NCAA football and watches the NFL. What you have to realize is there's 3 different sets of rules, and a lot of people get confused between the 3. The first set of rules is the NFL. They've got their whole thing, like the 5-yard jam. That doesn't exist in high school football. The second set of rules is called NCAA. So NCAA has their own set of rules, and they're totally different. The third set of rules is called Federation, and that is the National High School Federation rules. 48 of the states follow Federation rules. 2 states, Massachusetts and Texas, follow NCAA rules. So if you're a football fan and you come to a game and you say, I'm thoroughly confused, there's a good reason to be confused by rules. You just have to know that there are 3 different levels of rules. Obviously, we're under Federation rules, and that difference is on a kickoff into the end zone, 20-yard line. If it goes out of bounds at any point, 35-yard line. I don't think it would have mattered much on Seth Barandi's run. That was going to be 65 or 80 either way.
Miller and Pendleton back deep for the Mohawks. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. And I think we're going to see a lot of kickoffs tonight.
Well, it sure looks like it based upon the records. Hey, 27 though. Watch out for him. He's a threat. Dante Pendleton.
Pendleton, he's going to get the ball
Yes.
at the 13-yard line. He's to the 15 to 20. Trying to find some room. It slices and dices up to the 28-yard line, and that's where Madison will take over. 1st and 10 with 11:40 to go. They only took 12 seconds or 13 seconds on that kickoff or the first play of the game. There's your scoring summary. 12 seconds on a 1-yard run. That's brought to you by Rand Associates. 65-yard run by Seth Barandi. So here we go with the Madison Mohawks. At quarterback is Brady Haas.
Oh, my goodness.
That was Quentin Rodas that got drilled at the 27-yard line. Make it to 26, loss of a couple.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Here are the starters, brought to you by Carol Wirtz.
Make that a loss of 2, 2nd down 12.
Their quarterback is Brady Haas. Running back will be Quentin Rodas, and one of the receivers is Jalen Pendleton, and he's coming over to the near side along with Caleb Miller. And a whistle and penalty markers down.
Flag on the play.
Hey, Brownie, I noticed Logan Gibson,
Dead
outstanding
ball,
running
false
back.
start, number 70 on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Logan Gibson, number 20, outstanding running back for Madison, is not in uniform tonight. Now, we were at practice yesterday. He was full go. You know, wonder what's happening in between now. Obviously, it's an injury because he was out for the coin flip, and, you know, he still has captain of the team. Wonder what happened there. Let's hope that he's okay. He's an outstanding player. Logan Gibson, not in uniform.
Here come the Mohawks up to the line of scrimmage. And this time, Pendleton is going to get the pass
Number 27, Dante Pendleton.
up there in the front line. See if we get here. 63. We didn't get a lineup. So Demario Pendleton.
Cameron Strong.
Hey, 25, Ashton Alt. He made the hit on that first play. I mean, he blew it up. He's a 3-year starter. He's an all-league player. Bellbrook has become linebacker U. He's just another outstanding linebacker. It dates all the way back to Austin Spittler. There's that hit by Ashton Alt. Whoa. Remember Austin Spittler, linebacker, Bellbrook High School, Ohio State University, Miami Dolphins. This is linebacker U, Bellbrook High School.
2 receivers on either side, and penalty markers come flying in from the near side. And sideline warning. It looks
Sideline warning, Bellbrook.
So the next one will be a 5-yard penalty or 5-yard penalty against Bellbrook if that should happen again. And they've got somebody that monitors that, don't they, Coach?
Oh, every team has what's called a get back coach. Your get back coach is as important as anybody in your staff. I'll talk about it more after this play.
Rodas behind, sidecar right. Here comes Haas. Haas fires downfield and tried to get it to Pendleton. It was way out of his reach. It's going to be.
I think we got lineman downfield, but let's see what the call is. Probably would be a decline. Hey, talking about this get back coach, every staff has a coach that you say, listen, your job is to keep them back. And you know what? Those kids are excited. They want to play.
Illegal man downfield. Number 63 on the offense, that penalty will be declined.
Yeah, decline. That's good. Hey, I had a coach at Chaminade Julian named Jackie Fells Jr. He was one of the best get-back coaches you've ever seen. Number one, he was a tough guy. Everybody's afraid of Jackie Fells Jr., one of the best get-back coaches. Important job. You don't want to get a penalty because, you know what, the young men are going to be excited. You can't. That's going to happen. What you got to do is figure a way to make sure they're under control.
Eldon Korber back deep for Bellbrook, standing at about his 40-yard line. Kicking it will be Ryder Williams. Williams, left-footed kicker, gets it away to end-over-end kick. And it's going to take a Madison roll into Bellbrook territory, and it's going to be down at the 43-yard line. So with 9:25 left here in this first quarter, it's 1st and 10 for Bellbrook at their own 43-yard line. What do you think on this one?
You know, Brownie, they run the wing T offense. But Coach Jenkins, who's the head coach here, Jeff Jenkins, and he's a good one. He calls it the power T because, you know, wing T indicates that there's a lot of crisscrossing and all kinds of misdirection plays. They just run it right at you out of power T. They're in that wing T formation, but watch for some power plays.
Luke Benitez is the quarterback.
Quick trap.
And he hands off right up the middle. Goes Nick Etienne. And Etienne. Dante Pendleton in on stop. There's Benitez, a sophomore, 6'1", 160.
Nick Etienne's an interesting story. He's a transfer from Beaver Creek. Dad moved over here, and he moved with him. Dad's very active in the waterproofing business. I'll tell you about that later. Nick wants to go into business with his dad. Says he loves it here at Bellbrook. There's a power play. Just straight out power.
Barandi's got the first down to the 46-yard line of the Mohawks. It'll be another Arby's first down. We have the beats.
You know, more about Nick. Dad owning that waterproof business, WIW Waterproofing. He says, Coach, I love to work. All I want to do when I get out of high school is go to work. I love to work. I love my dad's business. And his dad's got 5 or 6 crews. This is one of the top waterproofing companies in town. Nice addition for Bellbrook, picking up Nick Etienne, transfer from Beaver Creek.
Good handoff to Barandi once again. Barandi's going to be stopped in the backfield by big number 50, Connor Kakaris. So a loss, is it going to give them a loss or no gain? It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Madison runs what's called a 3-3 multiple defense. In other words, they change defenses. They might be in a 3-3 this play, they might be in a 4-3 the next play, and they love to bring heat. Defensive coordinator Matt McKinney, let's see if he brings heat here. He's a huge heat guy. Well, now they jumped into a 5-man line. Got out of there 3-3, jumped up into a 4-man line. They dropped everybody off. Changing up their looks. Here's the same play.
Durante once again over the right side. He's got some more running room. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Pendleton, Dante Pendleton. And no penalty markers, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Bellbrook at the Madison 27-yard line.
Just power football. Toss right, toss left, fullback trap up the middle.
It's another Arby's first down. 7:54 remaining here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Eagles on a 65-yard run by Seth Barandi to start the game. Handoff goes up the middle, goes to Etienne. Gets down to the 20-yard line.
What they're doing there, Doug, is they're pounding the middle with Nick Etienne, and then pound the middle, and then what they're doing, though, is setting up the sweep to Barandi, which went on the first play of the game, went for the big one. So really, that play they just ran is what I would call a soften-up play. It's not supposed to go house, but let's see if they come back with a sweep to the field to Nick Barandi.
2nd down.
Seth Barandi.
Here comes Barandi up the middle. Barandi gets the first down into the Donato's delivery zone, down to the 14-yard line.
Hey, they're running right behind Brandon Turner, number 75. 6'3", 336 pound, a 3-year starter. He's a good one. Wants to play college football. He just loves football. Brandon Turner, he is big and he is tough.
Bellbrook has entered the Donato's delivery zone. Donato's Pizza is a great call for after the game. Order online for pickup or delivery at donatos.com. Every piece is important. Here's a pass over and into the end zone for a touchdown. And that was a pass to number 15, Carson Levinsky. Touchdown brought to you by Donato's.
And that one fooled me. I didn't expect them to throw the ball. They're pounding. Nice little play action pass. You know, Brownie, when I get a chance, I want to talk why they called that pass. And what I want to go into for Football 101 tonight is, what does an offensive coordinator think about when he's setting his game plan? There's 2 things that they start out with. I'll talk about those later.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:52 remaining here in this first quarter, it's Bellbrook 14 and Madison nothing. We'll be back with more of your Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. Andre's down in the Bellbrook cheering section and the student section. Andre, where are you? I can't find you. Where are you? You're not in the
I'm hanging out in the Bellbrook student section. I'm here with my guy Adib. Adib, man, 14 points on the scoreboard already, man. How is this Bellbrook offense looking?
I mean, they're great. They're great. This team doesn't know what's coming. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to handle. But we got a lot coming. Let's go.
Now, what's the best part of coming to a Bellbrook football game?
Man, these boys bring a lot of energy out on the field, and we just love to see it. We bring it right back to them, though. We bring it right back, and we'll keep bringing it.
Now, a lot of big wins for you guys so far this year. How far can this team go?
As far as they can take them. I mean, they got to keep working. Nothing's easy. Just got to keep doing it.
And who's winning tonight?
Oh, it's us for sure. It's us for sure. We got this, boys. Let's go. Check the scoreboard. It's us.
Check the scoreboard, people. Bellbrook very confident up here in the student section. I'm going to send it back to you guys up there in the booth.
Andre, you got to get one of those neon shirts there to be a part of that group. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Here goes number 23 and Quentin Rodas. He seems to be the workhorse for the Madison.
You know, Brownie, we were talking, why did they call that pass play? Let me tell you, Football 101 tonight.
Here's the replay.
So, there's the replay. So, Football 101, why Bellbrook threw that football? When an offensive coordinator sets his game plan, he's looking at 2 things. The first thing he's looking for is what's called in the box. In the box means how many players are within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. After this play, I'll come back and finish.
Rotas sidecar right. Left, he's going to get the ball. He's going to get up to the 30-yard line, and he's not going to go any further. So it'll be third down at about 6 now for the Madison Mohawks.
So what's it mean in the box? You count how many players are in the box. If you have 7 players in the box and they only have 6 players in the box, you run the ball. If you have 7 players in the box and they have 8 players in the box, you throw the ball. Offensive coordinator Kevin Basinger saw that he had 7 in the box. Madison had 8 in the box, so that is a very simple decision. We're going to throw the ball. So that's why they threw the ball on that particular play in the box. Nice job, offensive coordinator Kevin Basinger.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Here's a pass over the middle, and it's almost intercepted.
You know, Brownie, while we're on it talking about game plan, the second thing that an offensive coordinator does is he counts right and left. So you start at the center and you count how many players are to the right of the screen, how many are to the left of the screen of the center. As simple as that. If you have 7 to the right and they only have 6, you run the ball to right. If you have 5 to the left and they only have 4, you run to the left. So it's a very simple matter of counting numbers. You know, the one thing that be decided there is Woody Hayes always counted the sideline as a half a player. Some coaches do, some don't. It all depends upon your philosophy.
Line drive kick coming down. Korber's going to go over to his left to try to pick it up, but he's not going to do it. He's going to let it roll down to the 33-yard line, where Pendleton's going to down it, and then it'll be 1st and 10 for Bellbrook. With 5:15 remaining here in this first quarter from Bellbrook High School.
And we saw a picture there earlier of head coach Dan Baker of the Madison Mohawks. He's a 2010 graduate of Lakota East High School, played for Greg Bailey, legendary Hall of Fame coach. Went on to be Wittenberg linebacker, part of 3 league titles at Wittenberg. Coach Dan Baker, first-year head coach at Madison. We're going to talk more about that later.
Handoff coming to Barandi. Barandi's got some running room. He looks like he's going to go. Nice save by Kelton Salyers down at the 34-yard line of Madison. So Barandi, he set a single game rushing record not too long ago, and he's trying to do it again tonight.
You know, one thing about this wing T offense, when the quarterback's under center, he turns his back completely to the line of scrimmage. So you don't know where the ball is because you can't see it. Watch the plays, how many times he turns his back completely to the line of scrimmage, and you don't, there it is.
Etienne has the ball. He's going all the way down. He's carrying people all the way down to the 9-yard line. He's still on his feet, and he's all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Nick Etienne, the ball carrier.
Etienne, what a brute. Etienne, here's the Toyota replay.
2-yard line, 1st and goal.
Etienne, a 6', 210-pounder. Madison calls timeout. He's just carrying the entire team.
Timeout, Madison. They're first.
He's not going down. So it's going to be 1st and goal.
We have Cal Barker.
First down brought to you by Arby's. And now Bellbrook is back in the Donato's delivery zone. Donato's is a great place to call for after the game. Order online for pickup or delivery at donatos.com. Every piece is important.
Hey, a little more about Coach Dan Baker. He was the head coach at Lima Perry, had a 21-9 record for 3 years. There he is in the huddle talking to his team, trying to fire him up. He's a fire-up guy. He's high spirit. First year at Madison, he said, Coach, I want to move back home closer to my home in Lakota there. His dad, Dave Baker, was a legendary assistant coach for Lakota East for all those years for Greg Bailey. He's got his dad now as his offensive coordinator. Welcome back to the Miami Valley, Coach Dan Baker. I'm glad you came down. He did a little college coaching in Buffalo College also. There he is, Dan Baker.
You can fire some people up too.
Yeah, well, I like doing that, but this guy's a fire-up guy. He'll get it going there.
I know up there at Arcanum, I was ready to put the pads on and head out on the field after you got done talking to those guys.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We give a little pep talk.
And into the end zone goes Etienne.
Nick Etienne from 2 yards out.
So it's now 20-0. That touchdown brought to you by Donato's. So 3 different players have scored.
Just a reminder, 30 points in high school is running clock second half. So, we'll wait and see what happens. One of the signs of a great coach, though, is any coach can run the score up on a team that got outmanned. My philosophy is that a great coach finds ways to hold the score down. Jeff Jenkins is a great coach. I mean, it looks right now like this could get real ugly. Watch for Coach Jenkins to find ways to hold the score down, though.
Bay's kick is up, and it is good. 21-0 is our score with 4:28 to go. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers. Here's a scoring summary brought to you by Rand Associates. A 66-yard drive, a 2-yard touchdown by Entienne, and Bay made the extra point, 21-0. With 4:28 to go, back deep will be Dante Pendleton, and it's coming down over to him at the 20s. He looks like he's got some running room. He's to the 45, the 50, and one man to beat. He's still on his feet, down to the 20, still on his feet, and down to the 17-yard line. A nice run by Pendleton.
Hey, Dante Pendleton says, Coach Place, you're talking about the running clock. Not so fast, Coach Place. I'm going to have something to say about this. He's a 3-year starter, Dante. He's interesting. His dad was a college soccer player. His dad's Nick. His mom, Brandy, was a Fairfield High School cheerleader. He says, Coach, I got good bloodlines. He said, Mama and Dad are both great athletes. I'm trying to play to make him proud. Played at Edgewood as a sophomore. Transferred to Madison, loves it at Madison. Dante plays basketball, averages 14 a game. He's a multiple athlete.
Madison has entered the Donato's delivery zone. Donato's Pizza is a great call for after the game. Order online for pickup or delivery. Here comes Pendleton once again. He gets down to about the 15-yard line at pickup of a couple. It'll be second down and about 7 from the 15-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Dante Pendleton, 3.8 GPA. Mom and Dad are proud of him. Wants to major in criminal justice in college. 6'1", 200-pounder. He's a good one.
Good look at Dante right there.
Yeah. 3'8" student. Good job, Dante.
2 receivers on the far side. Pendleton to sidecar right. He's going to get the ball once again. He tries to go right side and not going anywhere. He's stopped there on the play by big number 7, Ashton Kuchen, a 6 foot, 190-pound senior. 3:18 and counting here in the first quarter. Coach?
Bellbrook plays a 3-3 the same as Madison. 3-3 is very popular now. For those of you that don't follow football that close, when you talk about numbers, the first number is the number of down linemen. The second number is the number of linebackers. So 3-3 means 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. A lot of people call it 3-5. 3-3, 3-5, same thing. 4-3 is popular. 4-4 is popular. 3-3. Both teams are 3-3.
Pendleton sidecar right. Haas coming over to the near side. He's got a man. Gets to Caleb Miller. I'll make at Devin Lindsay.
Hey.
Not gaining anything, so it'll be 4th down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
I thought we might see Layla for a field goal. It might be a little bit out of her range. This Bellbrook defense is tough and good coaches. The defensive coordinator is a young guy, Matt McKinney. He's got 2 veterans over there coaching with him. Jimmy Bassinius, he's a Hall of Fame. He's in the Miami Valley Football Coaches Hall of Fame, coaches DBs, and a linebacker coach, Mark Rogel, former head coach. A lot of people in the area know Mark Rogel. They got some strength in their defensive coaching staff. Coach Jeff Jenkins got a good program here.
Haas going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage, back to the 28-yard line. Brought down by number 69 in Vincent Hummel. Here's the Toyota replay. Haas did not have any place to go. And Hummel had him, and Ashton Kuchen had him too.
Hey, we've been talking a lot tonight about Steph Barande, and we're talking about his 1,100 yards. We're talking about a school record against Franklin High School. There's something you know about Seth. His dad has some physical problems, some physical disabilities. He can't even sit at the games. His dad has to stand. Seth said, Coach, my greatest thing about playing football is that I want to make my dad proud of me. He said, I want to do the things that with his physical problems he can't do. He said, plus, Coach, you know what I like doing more than anything? I like taking care of my dad. So I like to go home. I take care of my dad. Everything I do is to make my dad proud of me. Seth Barandi, you're not only a great football player, you're an outstanding person. Love the way, the attitude you have for your dad. You refer to his dad as his hero. Mr. Barandi, I am sure that you are just as proud as Seth.
Number 12, White, 5-yard penalty.
Illegal substitution against Madison. Now bring it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5 at the 30-yard line of Bellbrook.
So when things go bad, they go bad, Brownie.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Baker will get it together here.
So 1st and 5 for the Golden Eagles. Now they're the Golden Eagles, and you have Eaton as the Eaton Eagles.
Well, don't forget those CJ Eagles, Brownie.
Here comes Barandi around the left side. He's got some running room.
He's house.
He's gone, I think. He's got Pendleton to beat. And he's going to go. Did he get in? Yes, he did. This time a 70-yard run. 75 yards. Wait a minute. There's a penalty marker back down at the 34-yard line. That was not a touchdown.
Holding, number 20, Bellbrook, 10-yard penalty.
So holding against the Eagles. So Andre, got a gentleman down there.
Eagles! Let's go!
Okay. So 1:53 left, and that was a 75-yard run, but that was going to be brought back. No, it was a 70-yard run. It's brought back for holding. So they're going to mark it back 10 yards. It'll be first and 10 at the 25-yard line. They could probably run that play all night and score.
Yeah, toss sweep, fake the fullback up the middle, and they're setting up that sweep. Once you get that corner, Barandi's gone. Here's a power sweep.
Gets the call on the other side this time.
Oh, what a nice block by the fullback.
He's gone. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's gone. 75. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown. A 75-yard touchdown run.
75 yards for the score.
So it's now 27-0 with 1:41 remaining here in this first quarter. Bellbrook is not letting up. Here's the replay.
Watch this big block. Here comes the fullback. Keep your eye on that fullback. Oh, boy. Did he blow that thing up. If you're going to play fullback, I like these old school fullbacks. I want to block. I like to block. Give me the ball 3 times. That's all. And let me block.
That was not Barandi. That was number 22 in Elijah Brooks. There's the kick. It's up and good. So now it's 28-0 here in just the first quarter.
Elijah's a junior. He says to Seth Barandi, give me a couple chances, Seth. I can go house too.
Here's the scoring summary brought to you by Rand Associates. One play, 75 yards. Or a couple of plays, 75 yards by Elijah Brooks. The point after touchdown was good, and it's now 28-0 with $1:41 left here in quarter number 1.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about head coach Jeff Jenkins of these Bellbrook Eagles. His record as a head coach, 44-12. Jeff played here, very proud, man. He is all about Eagle pride. He went on to be an outstanding linebacker at Wilmington College. One of the things that he loves to do, he stresses his junior varsity team. The JVs are undefeated in the last 2.5 years. They put a huge emphasis on junior varsities. They try to spend as much time in practice on the JVs as they do the varsity. You know what? Look for this Bellbrook machine to just keep rolling. They've got the talent, they got the coach, they got the system. That's all put together.
This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. Back deep for Madison will be Caleb Miller and Dante Pendleton. Pendleton could take it back. I bet he takes one back yet tonight.
No, he was looking at the last one. He's playing his heart out.
Here's a kick, end over end kick coming down over to Miller on the far side. They're going to kind of keep it away from Pendleton. Miller is going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. That's where the Mohawks will take over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they had a return left on, but one of the golden rules about a return left is if that ball's kicked outside the other hash, don't try to bring it across the field, because you got to remember, every step you're taking east-west, they're taking a step north-south. You know, he's a young player. He's a freshman over there with the return. He's got to understand, even though it's a return left, if the ball's kicked outside the hash, take it north-south and get what you can get.
Here come the Mohawks, 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 20-yard line with 1:33 left in this first quarter. New running back in there. And number 33, and I don't have a number for him, to make that 23, and that is Quentin Rodas.
Hey, we can't talk about Coach Jeff Jenkins without talking about his family. His wife, Kelsey, she's a dental hygienist down in Waynesville. Ellie, his 8-year-old daughter, she plays everything. She plays soccer, softball, everything you can imagine. Oh, Coach Jenkins says, we love going to our games. Cooper, he's 6 years old. He's into flag football. And how about little Lucy? She's 4 years old and already a soccer standout. Oh, the Jenkins family, wonderful people. They love it here in Bellbrook. He's a Bellbrook grad. He lives here. Kelsey, his wife, they have fun with their 3 kids.
Rodas right behind Haas. Well, that's Miller in there. Rodas is going to be stood up right at the line of scrimmage. If he picks up one, I'd be surprised. So he's going to mark it back. He's going to lose one. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 with 33 seconds left. So Bellbrook puts up 28 big ones here in the first quarter.
You know, one thing a lot of people won't notice, Jeff Jenkins is a little slow spotting the ball. He doesn't normally spot at that ball. This is a guy that understands high school football. I'll talk about it after this.
It's Miller. Miller looking downfield. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, and it's going to be blocked at the. It's going to be. His throw's going to be blocked, and it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down or 4th and 11.
You know, as I was saying, Jeff understands this game is pretty much, I mean, we can say it, it's going to be a blowout. And the team is mismatched. Slow it down, set the clock late, shorten the game a little bit. Let's not embarrass the poor Madison Mohawks. They're playing their hearts out. Just mismatched. They're mismatched. It happens sometimes. They're in the same league, so you got to play them.
Korber back to receive the punt. It's a low liner, and it's going to take a sideways bounce. Is going to be down at the 42-yard line of Madison. And that's going to do it for the first quarter play. Your score, Bellbrook 28, Madison nothing. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers.
Hey, you're looking at Kevin Basinger. There he is taking a drink of water. He's up in the press box. He's the offensive coordinator of this high-powered Bellbrook offense. He's a former head coach. He won over 100 games here. He was Coach Jenkins' head coach. Now he's coming back to coach for him. Kevin Basinger, he's one of the class acts in high school football in the Miami Valley. Good job, Kevin.
We're going to send it down to Andre. What do you got?
Yeah, Doug, Jim, we've been talking about Seth Burundi, Bellbrook's running back, all throughout this first quarter. And talking to Seth before the season, who just caught another receiving touchdown in this game. Seth told us he had 2 goals coming into the year. The first was to set the single game rushing yards record, which he did 2 games ago against Franklin with 356. The second goal this season was to set the single season rushing yards record. Now, he's still about 1,400 yards away from that one, but Seth says everything that he does this year, it's not just him, it's the big guys up front, the O-line. He says it's a team effort. Seth Burundi going crazy so far in this game, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more points piling on that scoreboard. Doug, Jim?
42-yard pass from Lebensky to Burundi. That makes it now 34-0. 11:53 left here in this first half.
You know, Brownie, a little known rule is if both coaches agree to it, you can go to running clock in the first half. Now, that's a tough decision for the coach on the other side, the Madison coach. I would hope that, I'm sure Coach Jenkins would do whatever the Madison coach wanted. You know, probably in the best interest of your players, get that running clock started now. But, you know, there's also that toughness factor. You say, nah, we're going to tough it out. You know, it's mutual consent. They can start the running clock first half.
Bay's kick is up and good. So that makes it now 35-0.
You know, it's funny, Brownie, sitting up here in the press box, I would say, you know, the smart thing is to do, Coach from Madison, start the running clock, Coach Baker. But you know what? When I was a coach, if you said start the running clock, I was on the other end of this sometimes. If you're a coach, you're going to go through the other end of these things here. And your pride says, nah, we're going to take it on. We're going to play the whole game and tough it out and send a message to our players. And we don't back off, no surrender. We'll see what they do here.
58-yard touchdown pass caught by Burundi. And the PAT was good. So with 11:53 left, it's 35-0 in favor of Bellbrook.
Hey, you know, earlier we were talking about Coach Kevin Basinger, and they showed him up in the press box. You know why he stepped aside coaching? His daughter was a junior in high school and a great softball player. They didn't have a softball coach. And Kevin said, you know what? I'm going to coach my daughter. Instead of raising other kids, I'm going to raise my own. He went down over to Greenview, coached his daughter, and he says, you know, after 2 years, his daughter's graduated from college now. He says, Jeff Jenkins is one of my players. I want to come back. He's a Hall of Famer. Jeff, coach, he's a great one. Kevin Basinger.
So once again, Miller and Pendleton back deep for the Mohawks, standing at about their 12-yard line, moving back just a tad. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. And Bay will kick it off for Bellbrook. End over end kick coming down to the near side to Pendleton at the 10, to the 15, going over to the far side to the 20, and down at the 20-yard line. There's a perfect example of him going east-west again.
Yeah. Well, if it's outside that hash, you got to take it up there. Take it, get what you can get, north-south. So many players, though, they think, you know, I'm outrun everybody. I'm going to go to the sideline. You can't outrun people. They're running north-south. You're running east-west. Simple as that. You know, the leader of that defense is Austin Alt. Boy, is he a good one. Ashton Alt, he's a good one. You know, Coach Jenkins teaches a leadership class, and I'm going to talk more about it. It is a full-time class open to all students at Bellbrook High School. It just shows you what kind of guy Coach Jenkins is and the kind of respect they have for him. But every year he asks me to come out and speak, and I'm honored to speak. Last year, Austin Alt was in the class. You and I came out to practice yesterday. He came out and said, Coach Place, how you doing? I'll finish it after this play.
Handoff.
Nice
Here's
play.
a pass going to Pendleton. Pendleton all the way down to the up to the 33-yard line. He was belted from behind.
That was late.
A late hit, and his helmet came off, and he's not moving. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Premier Health. Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gem City Sports Network, by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers.
You know, I want to finish that story about Ashton Alt, the all-league linebacker. We came out to practice yesterday. He walked up and said, Coach Place, how you doing? I said, I don't know who you are. Can you introduce yourself? He said, Coach Place, I was in that leadership class. I want to tell you something. I took notes. He says, you gave a character card. I have that in my wallet. I talk about it. Thanks a lot, Coach, because I've really been being a great leader. Really appreciate it. Boy, you talk about a class young man. He's all about leadership. He's all about character. Ashton Alt, great football player, great person.
So Pendleton is up, walking off under his own power. They were taking a good look at him.
You know, Brownie, we're in a tough decision time. Does Bellbrook pull their starters and keep them in? On the one hand, they practice all week. They work
Illegal
all
man
year.
downfield, number 63. Personal foul, targeting. Number 7, he's ejected.
Yep. See, and that's
Penalties offset.
That's what I'll talk about there. Here's the problem with him being ejected. He's done next week, too. He's out this week and next week. You got to watch out for Oakwood. They're dangerous. Coach Butch Snyder, he's a great coach. So, you know, that's a coach call. It's aggressive, you know. That wasn't a dumb mistake. It was just an aggressive mistake. But he sits out next week.
Here it is right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was an aggressive mistake. You know, let's hope Dante's okay. Great kid. So you say to yourself, should I leave my starters in because they deserve to play? Should I get them out because somebody might get hurt? Or what just happened? He get an ejection on a spearing penalty. He's out next week. Tough decision for a head coach. Leave him in, take him out.
And Bellbrook hosts Oakwood right here next week, and Madison will host Brookville next week at home.
So we'll be without Ashton Cookton, though. He'll be watching because of the ejection tonight.
Here's Haas over to the left side, and incomplete. Or they say it was intercepted.
Pass intercepted.
Intercepted by number 6 and Luke Cousins. There's the Toyota replay. He came down with it, and right there. Go ahead.
Hey, Luke Cousins, I have to talk about the Cousins family. Anyway,
there's the replay. Oh, that was the replay.
Okay. Anybody that is a fan of Dayton football knows the Cousins name. I'm going to talk about him later. His great uncle was Gary Cousins. All you UD fans, Chicago Bear fans, do you remember Gary Cousins? I'll talk about him more later.
Handoff going around the near side is Barondi.
Oh, boy.
Barondi's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. 25-yard run by Barondi, brought to you by Donato's. Wait a minute, we got another Mohawk down.
You know, Brent, I was talking about Coach Jenkins and his leadership class. Any student in the Bellbrook High School can take this leadership class. He brings in guest speakers. He has a whole curriculum that he follows. He says, I want to develop leaders on the athletic field and in the school. You know, the time I spoke to it, he maybe had 35 students in the class. Only 3 or 4 were football players. So it's not a football class. It's about developing leaders. You talk about a quality leader and a role model. Coach Jeff Jenkins, great player here.
Caden Rupp is the gentleman down for the Madison Mohawks.
You know, Brown.
Okay, we're going to take a break. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers. 41-0 is our score with 11:25 left here in this first half. Tonight, after the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers, watch Dayton 24/7 Now News at 10 on Fox 45 and get connected with Anna Merrow and Megan O'Rourke.
You know, Brown, I see Coach down there, Coach Baker, looking over his player, and he's concerned. He's worried. You know, it's got to be running through his mind. Do I sort of go to the coach at Bellbrook and say, hey, let's start the running clock now, or let's see what happens. He's had 2 of his better players go down. I think that's going to be a decision. It's obvious that, you know, we just got a mismatch here. Now, here's one thing I remember, Brownie. 4 years ago, Madison played in the regional finals. 5 years ago, they were in the Final Four in the state of Ohio. So they've got tradition. They're just going through a spell right now. They've had 4 coaches in 4 years. I'm going to talk about that more later. I know Andre's going to talk about that. You know, tough situation for these young men. Coach Baker's helping his players off the field. I think it's got to be run through his mind. Let's start that running clock now.
11:25 remaining here in this first half. So 2 quick touchdowns here in this second quarter. Bay to kick the extra point. Do you think he might get our cameraman up there?
He's a good one. That Bellbrook band is having fun down there in the end zone. Love the band. Love Bellbrook band. Love Madison band.
Here's the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. So now 42-0. So now do you think who instigates the running clock if it's in the first half? Is it the home coach or is it the team that's up 42-0? Or
by rule, it's mutual agreement. So
okay.
To be honest with you, it's usually the coach who's losing sends over a word.
Okay.
He tells the official on his sideline, hey, why don't we start the running clock? You know, I don't know of any head coach on the other sideline that would deny that. So it's one of the things that happens. So we'll see whether they get it going or not. We've still got 11:25, so we're basically 1 quarter into this game. It's 42-0. You know, Madison, this is a good program. Remember, they've had success. It's just 4 coaches, 4 years, new coach, one of those things.
see what they're going to do here. With the coming over to the near side will be Kenneth Sorrell, and we'll see who else is on the other side. Miller, I think. And Miller's on the far side. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. So here we go. Bay will boot it away. End over end kick coming down over to the near side to Sorrell at the 15. Now he's going east and west again. And he's going to get up to about the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at that point for the Mohawks.
Hey, Brownie, let me talk about a program that Coach Jenkins started when he became the head coach here. It's called Bellbrook Gridiron Greats. They have a big banquet every year. They've had like Rick Chamberlain as a speaker. Austin Spittler came back to be the speaker. And what they do is they select 2 or 3 players they put in, and they put their pictures on the wall in the locker room. Coach Jenkins is all about, I mean, you talk about a guy who's busting with Bellbrook pride. After this play, I'm going to talk about who some of those gridiron greats are.
Rode a sidecar right. He's going to get fake the. There's Haas. He's going to keep it himself and get to the 25-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 2 or 3. It'll be marked at the 26-yard line. The pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Hey, who are some of those gridiron greats? One of them is John Greenhorn. He was my teammate at UD back in the 60s. Big John. He always had a smile. Lives out in Kansas now. Flew in when they did his induction from Kansas. He's proud. I'll talk about some of the other Bellbrook gridiron greats. Johnny Greenhorn, he was a good one.
There's a pass over the middle, and they got a man. And nice pass complete to Jalen Pendleton. So that's going to be a 1st down. That's the first down of the game for Madison.
Good job, Madison.
Here's the replay brought to you by Cincinnati Toyota Dealers.
Keep battling. Keep playing hard, Madison. Coach Baker, he's a tough guy. His team will be tough.
That's nice concentration by Pendleton there.
Yeah.
That 1st down brought to you by Aristocrat Products. Another Aristocrat Products 1st down. Here's a handoff going to Rodas once again. Rodas gets up to the 42-yard line.
Hey, Madison's battling. Madison is battling. No give up in them. They're playing hard.
I don't know of any team that would give up, no matter what.
How about another one of those Bellbrook gridiron greats, Luke Clemens, outstanding player. Took Bellbrook deep into the playoffs this senior year. Then an outstanding career at Miami University. All you Miami fans remember Luke Clemens. Just had his school record broken, though, by Seth Barande.
Handoff once again going to Rodas. Rodas up the middle. Has got the 1st down and more up to midfield. That 1st down brought to you by Aristocrat Products. So Mohawks, they're not going to lay down.
They are battling. I love it.
They may be 0-6, but they don't give up.
Yeah. How about another one of those Bellbrook gridiron greats, Tony Ernst? And I tell you, my heart goes out to the Ernst family. Tony Ernst was an outstanding quarterback at UD, record-setting quarterback. You know, we lost Tony a few years ago. Mom and Dad, great people. Diane Ernst, she's the primary figure. Nice job.
Rodas again.
Diane Ernst, and then they give the Tony Ernst Scholarship as part of the UD football program now. Tony was a Bellbrook grad.
Gets up to the 44-yard line, pick up a 6, 2nd down and 4.
Hey, something good. You know, Bellbrook, they have some starters in, but they're starting to pull them out gradually. Coach Jenkins, that's good. You know what? A lot of coaches will leave the defensive starters in and take the offensive starters out. Coaches substituting freely. Jeff Jenkins, I knew you would, man.
Here's Rodas once again. Rodas got the 1st down or more. He's just a couple of steps away from breaking it loose.
Good job by Madison, but, you know, we got a little mixture of players over there on Bellbrook. I'm not making excuses for Madison, but what I'm going to do is praise Coach Jenkins. Nice job, Coach.
1st down brought to you by Aristocrat Products. Another Aristocrat Products 1st down. 8:35 and counting here in the 1st half. 42-0 in favor of Bellbrook. Doug Brown along with Jim Place, and down on the field is Andre Johnson Jr. And a handoff once again to Rodas. Rodas all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Okay, I like that one. A little football play. You know, Coach Jenkins is saying, I'm going to balance the tables out a little bit. You know, I got feel for you, Madison. Hey, how about another one of those Bellbrook gridiron greats? Eric Franz. His picture's up on the wall down in the locker room there with the other ones. A lot of you that follow local sports here, Eric Franz, he's real active. Sometimes writes for the Dayton Daily News. He was a top player here. Great friends with Tony Ernst. Eric and he was like a member of the Ernst family, Eric Franz.
Here to hand off once again. Up the middle, Rodas. Once again, he's the workhorse. He may have the first down.
Good for you, Madison. Keep pounding. Hey, one last gridiron great, Austin Spittler. All you Ohio State Buckeye fans, linebacker Austin Spittler went on to play for the Miami Dolphins.
Madison has entered the Donato's delivery zone for the first time tonight. Donato's Pizza is a great call for after the game. Order online for pickup or delivery at donatos.com. Every piece is important. 7:36 remaining here in this first half. Once again, Rodas breaks a tackle, gets down to the 15-yard line to a pickup of about 4 seconds and 6.
You know, one good thing about Coach Jenkins substituting them freely here, these young men are getting playing experience. You know,
Exactly.
There's a reason this program just goes on and on and on. Great emphasis for the junior varsity program, but also if he gets a chance to get his young men in there, you're going in the game early if we get a lead. Those young men appreciate it. They want to play on Friday nights. They've worked hard too.
Yeah, they get a chance to play on Friday night, and they're on TV on top of it all.
Yes, it is.
Not too many freshmen and sophomores can say they played on TV.
Isn't that the truth, Brownie?
A whistle, and what do we have here? Looks like they may have to reset the play clock, I think. Or wait a minute. They're bringing somebody out.
Equipment problem. Got to come out for a play. Checking his chin straps. He can't get the chin strap to buckle. You know, sometimes they'll take a time and they'll let them buckle their chin strap. Sometimes they say, no, that's not working. You got to come out. So a little bit of equipment problem. That young man hates to come out.
Safety.
Worked hard to play.
Here's a handoff once again to Rodas, left side. Cuts up the middle. He's got some running room. And into the end zone for a touchdown is Quentin Rodas from 15 yards out. A touchdown brought to you by Donato's.
You know, Brownie, we're talking about running the scores up and seeing Madison score the touchdown. I love Madison scoring that touchdown. These young men, they practice this as hard as anybody. They got to go back to practice next week. They got to keep their heads up. Oh, hey, here's something exciting. Here she comes, our girl Layla.
Yeah.
Come on, Layla. Get on the board. Get in the record book, Layla.
Yayla Utzler. Caleb Miller has the important job of holding. Bad snap, and he's going to get drilled. So the extra point, no good. So that makes it now 42-6. It was a bad snap. Here's the replay. That thing bounced in front of Miller.
Oh, give Layla a chance. You know, one thing is sometimes you put a young lady out there and maybe you're a little worried about the contact and all that. We saw her before the game, Brownie. We're down the sideline talking to her. I don't think she's afraid of contact. I mean, she's a soccer player. She sticks her nose in there.
Here's a scoring summary brought to you by Rand Associates. A 15-yard run by Rodas, and the extra point was no good. So it's now 6:45 left here in this first half, and it's 42-6.
Hey, you know somebody's going to get a lot of experience here? Zach Guess. He's the head JV coach for Bellbrook. And as I said, Coach Jenkins puts a tremendous, but he's a good up-and-coming coach. You know, I see Zach down there calling plays because I think they're going with the number 2 offense, so he'll start calling plays for his guys. Zach Guess, good up-and-coming young coach. You know, they groom him here in Bellbrook.
So Madison will get a chance to kick off here. I think they'll get the ball to start the second half, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah, Madison will get the ball to start the second half.
You know, Brown, I want to tell a story. We were playing Carroll, who I was the head coach of Chaminade, Julianne. We're playing Carroll. It's late third quarter. We're up about 21, maybe 24 points. I said, you know, I respect Coach at Bartley so much at Carroll. I'm going to pull the dogs at 21. Next thing I knew, we turned around midway through the fourth quarter. It was 7, and they were driving. I said, oh, my gosh, what did I do? Luckily,
Kick coming down onto the far side to Burundi. Burundi to the 25, 30.
Oh,
He's got
boy.
some running room. He's off and pace, and he's gone. All the way in for a touchdown from the 20-yard line. I think it was the 20-yard line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And wait a minute. Hold on. We got some got a holding call against Bellbrook back at the 40-yard line. So that's going to negate that nice run by Burundi.
Hey, Seth had 2 called back. He'd have 500 yards tonight if
Holding, number 45 on the kicking team, 10-yard penalty for spot of the foul.
All right, Brownie, you want to hear one of my pet peeves? They called the number.
Yep.
Why?
Here's the hold right here.
Okay.
Right there.
They got him. He's outside the frame.
And
inside the frame and outside the frame. If your hands are inside the opponent's hands, you're inside the frame, you're good. If your hands are outside his shoulders, you're outside the frame, it's bad. That's a call. It's an obvious call. Simple as that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their own 30-yard line with 6:34 left. 42-6 is our score. So we may have a quick second half as of right now. But Madison will have something to say about that. Here's a handoff going to Brooks.
Oh, boy.
Brooks got some running room to the 50 into Madison territory down to the 47-yard line.
Hey.
He's brought down by Gavin Roop.
Good break. Bellbrook first down.
So that's an Aristocrat Products first down.
Elijah's saying, wait a minute, everybody. All this talk about Seth Burundi. I'm a junior. Next year you're going to be talking about me. He looks good. Speed kills.
Clock running, 6:18 remaining here in the first half. 42-6. Madison not quitting. Handoff once again going to Burundi. Burundi up the middle. He sidesteps one guy. He's gone. Another big run for Burundi. A 47-yard touchdown run. That touchdown brought to you by Donato's.
47 yards out.
No. Burundi's second touchdown of the game was 65-yarder, first of all. Well, I take that back. That is his 4th touchdown of the day.
Well, he's leaving a legend here at Bellbrook. Of course, Luke Clemens, that's probably the standard for the running backs here at Bellbrook. And Seth Burandi's putting his name right up there with Luke.
Carson Lebensky will do the extra point. Or no, I take that back. He'll hold, and Bay will kick it. Connor Pay, I should say. Pay, not Bay. Pay. It's now 48-6. Kick is up, and it is good.
5 minutes, 58 seconds going.
So, with 5:58 remaining here in the second quarter, it is Bellbrook 49 and Madison 6. Go ahead, Coach.
Now, hey, a little more about Coach Jenkins. Every time we get together, I speak in his classes, I see him at clinics. We were out practice yesterday. He says, Coach Place, do you remember my junior year in high school? And I'll tell you what, we had a little different twist to that conversation this year. That we were in the playoffs. It was the regional finals, the 3rd round. Bellbrook was undefeated. We had 1 loss. We had great players. They had Luke Clemens. They had great players. Brownie, you got something for me?
Yeah, this scoring summary brought to you by Rand Associates. 70-yard drive, a 53-yard rushing touchdown by Seth Burundi. The point after was good.
Hey, anyway, they got a lead late in the game. Coach Kevin Basinger, he was out coaching me all over the field. They were up a little bit because I had players, Andre Chatham, Angelo Chatham, Circus Blackman, Brandon McKinney, NFL players. I got all kinds of talent, and they're winning. So we get down to a 4th and 15 with the game on the line. Very seldom will I ever invent a play during the game, but I invented this wonderful play called Give the Ball to Angelo Chathams. So we put him back in the eye, and we said, all right, Angelo, we're going to flip it to you. He went house. We won the game. Coach Jenkins says, I'm still sick to this day, Coach Place.
Wait a minute. Somebody out coaching you? That is hard to believe. That is hard to believe.
This Coach Basinger, he's as good as they come.
Kickoff brought to you by
I'm not saying that to be humble. Oh, go north-south, please. Good.
Picked up
so
by
you got
number
2
4.
yards. You got 3 yards.
That was right. Kenneth Sorrell.
So let me finish the story. Last year in the playoffs, the Bellbrook Eagles got the best of my CJ Eagles. Coach Marcus Colvin, he's one of the Marcus Colvin, they don't come any better than Marcus Colvin. But anyway, the Bellbrook Eagles. So Coach Jenkins said, Coach, I still remember junior year, still heartache. He says, but Coach plays. Who won last year? A little smile on his face, and I guess that's what's called a little knife in my back. Oh, yeah, Coach Jenkins, he's not competitive. He wanted to let Coach Jenkins know that he hadn't forgot his junior year.
It's still hard to believe somebody outcoached you, though.
Well, that's nice of you to say, Brownie. That happened a lot. Yeah. I had a lot of wins in my career. I had a lot of losses in my career.
Brady Haas back in at quarterback with Quentin Rodas. Sidecar left. Rodas is going to get the ball. Up the middle he goes, little spinorama up to the 28-yard line.
Keep running, 23. Keep running.
Elijah Sam's in on the stop.
Yeah, Quinn and Rodas. Keep running, Quinn.
Gain of 5. Second down, 5. Madison.
So second down and 5, a pickup of 5. With 5:30 to go here in the first half.
I doubt if we'll see many Bellbrook starters from here on in the rest of the game. Get these young players in, give them a chance.
Well, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of it here in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a handoff once again to Rodas. Take it back. Haas is going to take it and run. And up to the 32-yard line.
Stop at number 2, Gavin Roop.
Roop on the stop. Clock running, 5 minutes to go here in this first half. 49-6, all Bellbrook from the very beginning. Ronnie, his first of 4 touchdowns. A 65-yard run on the first play of the game, and that was nothing but green grass ahead of him. So here goes. Once again, handoff goes to Rodas. Rodas gets up to the 43-yard line. That's going to be good enough for another first down.
Hey, Brownie, earlier I misidentified the defensive coordinator for Bellbrook. It's Brian Wall. Brian Wall was the head coach out in Colorado. Another head coach that Coach Jenkins attracted to his staff. He's a good young coach. Great defensive coaches. Mark Rogel, Jimmy Benitez. Hall of Famer Jimmy Benitez. Miami Valley Football Coaches Hall of Fame. Brian Wall, defensive coordinator.
That first down brought to you by Aristocrat. It's another Aristocrat Products first down. Man coming in motion to the near side. Handoff once again to Rodas. Rodas up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere. Stopped by the middle of the line to the 36-yard line. And that's where they started. So it'll be second down and 10.
Correction, Sam Vine on the stop.
So 3:50 to go. Sam Vine in on the stop. Next week we'll be at Northridge.
Oh, yeah. Well, Coach Bob Smith, he is one of the truly good guys in the coaching profession.
There's a pass over the middle to Miller, and it's incomplete. Got 2 legendary coaches there, Nolan and Troy Christian.
Coach Nolan. Great record at Troy, and now he's at Troy Christian.
Broken up by number 4.
Brownie, this game reminds me, I am a sophomore in college. We have a great record. We are 8-1. We go down and play Miami, who's 8-1. UD Miami, this is a big game. Miami's winning 35-0 at halftime. My coach, John McVay, went on becoming the head coach of the New York Giants, and of course the general manager of the San Francisco 49ers, came in halftime and he said, if they can score 35 the first half, we can score 36 the second half.
And
I'm going to finish the story. Oh, no. I'm going to finish the story.
Timeout called by Madison.
Timeout Madison.
So here's the rest of the story, Brownie. I'm sitting there, and players on both sides of me said, Coach McVay's crazy. We love Coach McVay. Man, we're down 35. And by the way, it's about 90 degrees that day. It's just as hot as could be. And I even thought to myself, when I'm a coach, I'll never say anything like that. Brownie, I'm the head football coach at Northwestern in Springfield. We're playing Covington High School. They got the Vogler brothers that went on to play for Ohio State, and the one Vogler brother went on to play for the Buffalo Bills. We're down 35-0 at half, and guess what I said? If they can score 35 the first half, we can score 36, and I got the same look from my players that we gave Coach McVay. You are crazy.
But what was the result then?
Oh, about 46 or 48-0. I don't know what it was. I know we didn't stop the Voglers all night. We came a little comeback in Miami. I forget what that final was.
Attention to high school administrators, football coaches, and boosters. If you want to see your school be part of the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by Cincinnati Toyota Dealers next year, let us know. Send us an email at comments at Dayton247now.com. Hey, I tell you what, I'm doing the scheduling. We're getting it ready right now. So give us or let us know what if your school wants to be on.
Hey, school administrators, I mean, I don't have any reason to say this. You can't believe how professional this operation is. These cameramen, this video port men, they work the Bengals, they work the Reds. This is as first class you get. And our producer, Lindsay Elam, she's a great one. Oh, my God. Yeah, please, schools, sign up for Thursday Night Lights. It is a first-class production.
Haas over the middle. He's got a man open on the far side. And it's complete to number 8 in Jalen Pendleton. I'm sure that's Dante Pendleton's brother.
Yeah, they're related, yeah. You know, Brownie.
Here's a replay brought to you by Toyota.
Look at the effort by this young man. You know how hard it is when you're down this bad, and they've taken a little bit of a physical beating and a scoreboard beating to come out and play as hard as they are. That's a tribute to these Madison Mohawks. I respect them. Good job, Coach Baker. Good job, Madison Mohawks.
And off to Rodas one again.
He's
a nice little spinorama.
Oh, look at this.
He's got some running room to the 35-30, down to the 28-yard line, tripped up.
Hey, Brandon, you know, earlier I said that Bellbrook had they got about half starters and about half first backups. Those are varsity players in there. Not all of them are starters, but they're all varsity players. Hey, Madison is battling and putting some points on and moving the ball.
27-yard line.
2:52 remaining, and that's another Aristocrat Products first down. So, Quentin Rodas is saying, we're not quitting.
No, they're playing hard.
We don't care who's in there. We're not quitting. There's a handoff once again to Rodas, and a false start going against the Mohawks. It's going to drop back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
I'll tell you something.
Dead ball, false start, number 18 on the offense.
Somebody is an absolute beast on defense, and he's going in and out. That's Nick Compton, number 35, outside linebacker, 3-year starter. Oh, man, is he a good one. You talk about aggressive and tough. Now, something about Nick Compton, he lives with his grandmother, Lori Worley. She might be the top massage therapist in the Dayton area. No, I'm serious. I'll tell you what, all the great athletes in Dayton know this. You really want to get great treatment. Lori Worley, Nick Compton's grandmother, oh, she's the best.
Here, Haas looking over to his left side, and the pass is
my God,
caught by. No, wait a minute.
No, incomplete.
It's incomplete. Miller went after it. It went up. Here's the replay brought to you by Toyota.
For number 18, Caleb Miller. Broken up by number 6, Luke Cousins.
Cousins had it.
Second down, 15.
It went through his hands, and Miller almost caught it, but it was incomplete.
Oh, I hear that word Cousins. I think of Gary Cousins. I'm
I
sure
remember
his great,
him.
Oh, if you're old enough, you remember him. I'm sure the great uncle Gary Cousins is proud of Luke tonight. I'm going to talk more about the Cousins family later.
Didn't he graduate in 70?
That would be about right.
Yep. Here's handoff. Haas is going to keep it. Haas slides to a tackle, and he's wanting a penalty because he slid. And
I'm with him, Brownie. I'm with him.
Brought down by number 64.
That was Cousins and
number 6, Luke Cousins.
Brunswold also in on the stop. Here's the replay. No call is a good call. That's right. It was close. Very close.
I'm a defensive guy, Brownie, but I'm a safety guy also.
Third down and 11.
Good one, though. Mike Jennings. We get the best officials on Thursday night. All of them want to work it because it's the only show in town. Nice
pass
job.
over to Pendleton once again. He's close to the first down.
Pass complete. To number 8, Jalen Pendleton.
Pendleton, they got the first down, brought to you by Aristocrat Products. Yeah, they moved the chains once again with 1:20 remaining here in this first half. Can they get the ball into the end zone once again?
Now, Brownie, we're supposed to be impartial, but aren't you rooting for Madison to put it in?
I'd like to see him put it in, yeah.
I would, too. I'm going to break my impartiality. I want to see a score here. These young men battling their hearts out. Reward them with a touchdown.
Miller in motion to the far side. Oz back to pass, fires over the middle,
Oh, no.
and it's intercepted.
This could go house. This could go house.
And intercepted by number 20 for the Golden Eagles, and that is Sam Barhorst. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Wait a minute, hold it. There's a penalty marker down at the 18-yard line. See what this is going to be. Looks like it's going against Middletown Madison. We say Middletown Madison. You got to say Middletown Madison because you got Trotwood Madison here too.
Dead ball, sideline interference, Bellbrook 5-yard penalty on the end of the run.
So,
Where's that?
Bellbrook's going to keep it, but sideline interference. Now,
You know, one thing, Johnny, when those officials run up and down the line, if you even nick them, run up against their shirt, you're going to get 5 yards. That's why you got to have a great sideline coach. You got to get back coach. Get him back. Jackie Fells.
I thought that was your get back coach. It'll be 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, Jackie. He's legendary.
For the Golden Eagles. Do you think they'll take a knee?
No, they'll run a play here.
First down, Bellbrook at the 15.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 15.
I'm not a big take a knee guy, Brown. I think put in, your young guys, let them run. I think sometimes take a knee is even worse than run the score up. I never, right at the end of the game, I believe in it, but not in the middle of the game.
In a quarterback now is Benitez. Benitez is going to pitch back. It's going to Barandi. Barandi on the move. One man to beat, and that's Miller. Sidesteps him, and Miller brings him down at the 33-yard line.
Stopped by number 18, Caleb Miller.
That's an Aristocrat Products first down. He's asking for that single game title, single game record. Clock running. 38 seconds to go. They'll run one more play. But Madison not even ready, as the chains aren't even set yet. But Bellbrook's right there. Benitez. Hands off up the middle. Hands up the middle goes to Entienne. Entienne still on his feet. He's carrying the whole team once again.
The rugby scrub.
And he still doesn't go down. It's going to be another first down for Bellbrook. It's another Aristocrat Products first down. And Bellbrook has entered the Donato's delivery zone. Donato's Pizza is a great call for after the game. And here we go. As they get up to the line of scrimmage real quick. Here's a pass over to Barandi. Barandi around the right side. And he's got his 5th touchdown of the game.
Touchdown, Bellbrook.
So Barandi gets his 5th touchdown of the game. I wonder what the record is for most touchdowns. That touchdown brought to you by Donato's.
Correction, 18-yard down.
18-yard run. So that makes now 55-0, or 55-6, with paid the extra point.
What's Andre doing down there? He looks like he's in the Bellbrook huddle. Oh, he's getting ready to talk to coach at halftime.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Good job, Andre. Sometimes we have trouble finding the coaches. Andre's right there. He's not going to let Coach Jenkins slip by. Oh, he's giving a little thumbs up down there.
Here's the kick. It's up and good.
Kick is good.
So we're at halftime. Your score:
56. Madison 6.
Bellbrook 56 and Madison 6. Says the. We're going to get down to Andre here in just a minute, but Coach, what do you got? If you're Madison, what do you say? What do you tell your players?
Well, just keep battling. It's about pride. It's about individual performance now. Don't give up. Same things. They won't. Coach Baker, he's building a program. They've had 4 coaches in 4 years. I'm going to talk about that in the second half. Just one of those things. And,
Okay, we're going to toss to Andre.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here with head coach Jeff Jenkins. Coach, Seth Barandi, 6 touchdowns in the first half. He's been going crazy. Talk about your star running back so far.
Yeah, he's getting the job done. The guys up front are getting the job done. We certainly wanted to get him on the edge early, and that's been working for us so far.
And when we talked yesterday, you talked about wanting to start fast and not have one of those first half lows that we've seen from you guys this season. How happy are you about this start?
We started very fast on both sides of the ball. I certainly don't like the way we finished defensively there. Letting gain a lot of yards, but something we'll talk about at halftime, and expect some of our younger guys to get in and get plenty of playing time here in the second half.
And what's going to be your message to your team when you go over there?
Well, it's all about them as individuals showing improvement from the previous week. That's been the goal all week, and that's for every freshman on up to every senior. So, these young guys are going to get an opportunity the second half. We'll be sitting our starters as long as we keep a decent distance here on the scoreboard and give them an opportunity to shine.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
So we're going to take a break. Be back with the halftime ceremonies. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. 56-6 your halftime score. Back after this.
Halftime is brought to you by Wright and Schulte. Throughout the 2021 season, the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group will recognize an exceptional senior student scholar athlete from each participating school. Here are this week's Jeff Schmidt Auto Group Scholar Athletes. From Bellbrook High School, Colton Warren. Colton is on the cross-country and tennis team. He's actively involved in the community as a volunteer through organizations such as Partnership for Success, National Honor Society, Boy Scouts, Bellbrook Climate Crew, and Key Club. He's an Eagle Scout from Troop 375, plans on studying engineering at college, and has a 4.386 GPA.
I'm here with Colton Warren, the Bellbrook Student Athlete of the Week. Colton's all school-spirited out. I see you got the sunglasses on, the wig on, man. How much fun are you having out here?
I'm having a good time.
Now, Colton is a tennis star and a cross-country star, but he tells me tennis is his #1 sport. How did you originally get into that?
I started when I was in 6th grade. One of my friends played, and his mom got me into it, and I've been playing ever since then.
Now, you say your friend got you into it. Are you better than your friend now?
Oh, yeah. He stopped playing.
Now, would he agree that you're better?
Yeah.
And as well, you play cross-country. Do you feel like cross-country goes hand-in-hand in helping you with tennis?
Yeah, it definitely helps keep me in shape during the off-season.
And now, on top of cross-country, on top of the tennis, he's also got a 4.3 in the classroom. How in the world do you balance all of that?
I budget my time wisely. I spend as much time as I can doing work in school so I don't have to do anything at home.
And what are your plans after you graduate?
I'm planning on going into engineering.
Thank you, Colton. Colton Warren, great on the field, great in the classroom, and he is our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
From Madison High School, Layla Utzler. Layla is on the soccer team, has been a Scholar Athlete the past 4 years, and has a 4.0 GPA. She is a student advisor and helps tutor younger kids. Her coach says she is an excellent leader, excellent player, and the backbone of the team.
I'm with Layla Utzler, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Layla is a soccer star, but you see her in this football uniform as well. You tell me that this is your first year with the team. Just how's your first year playing football gone?
It's interesting. It's been a lot of fun. The boys are awesome. The coaches are awesome. Everybody's so supportive. It's definitely not what I was expecting to come into this year, but I'm glad I did it.
And you also play soccer. How long have you played?
I've played soccer since I was 8, so a while.
And what originally inspired you to take that step into that sport?
It was probably my parents. My parents are really big into sports, and they were the ones that pushed me into soccer.
Now, you juggle football, you juggle soccer, you also juggle a 4.0 GPA. How do you kind of keep track of the two sports and all of the classroom stuff as well?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's a lot of work, but if you just put in enough effort, you can do it.
And now with that 4.0 GPA, as you progress through high school, do you have any plans for after you graduate?
I would love to go play soccer in college. I'm not sure where yet, but that'd be my goal.
And educationally, just career-wise, do you have anything there?
I'm thinking about maybe going into the nursing program, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, she can play football, she can play soccer, she's a beast in the classroom, so whatever Layla wants to do, she's going to get that done. This is Layla Utzler, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
The Jeff Schmidt Auto Group is proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete Award, featured on Thursday Night Lights. We are honored to recognize these scholar athletes from all over the Miami Valley for their outstanding academic and athletic achievements.
And we're back. The Bellbrook Golden Eagles up on the scoreboard 56-6. And I'm joined by Doug Kozak, the superintendent here at Bellbrook. And I saw you smiling as the band kind of walked onto the field. We're looking at all of the fans in the stands applauding, the band behind us, just having this experience back. How's that feel?
Oh, it's great. I know, especially for the kids. They're really wanting to get out and do some of the normal stuff that they've done in the past. Marching band has been doing a great job. Fall athletics are doing a fantastic job. So we're just happy that we're able to have some normal back, so that's great.
Now, speaking of doing a fantastic job, you guys are up by 50 coming into the second half. What do you think about the game so far?
You know, both teams are playing really hard, and we're having a really good season here. So, we're well coached, and they're well coached, and everybody's just playing hard and have a good time on a beautiful evening. It's very beautiful out here, so it's great.
Absolutely, and obviously Bellbrook is a prestigious football program. You've got a huge student section over there. Just talk about how much football means to this community.
Coming out on a night like this where it's fall weather, everybody, it's a place to be, and just having a good time and just hanging out and cheering on the team and just hanging out with everybody. It's really great.
Thank you, Mr. Kozak. Enjoy the second half, and we'll be back right after this quick commercial break. I'm joined by Jeff Staggs, the Madison superintendent, and now looking over to the other side of the field, you've got a good amount of parents, a good amount of fans, pretty big student section. Just how does it feel seeing the Mohawk faithful travel so well?
Well, we're real excited. I mean, comparatively to the last couple of years, it's great to be back to semi-normal, to have a nice night, fans, kids. That's what it's all about, this experience, and we finally get this experience back.
And obviously the score, not exactly what you would hope it would be, but you guys are playing hard. Just what would be your message to your team if you were in the locker room right now?
Keep your heads up, play hard. Anything's possible. We need to work on some things, but our kids are playing hard and they're not quitting, and that's the main thing, just to get better.
And to just expand on that, talk about just what football in general means to the Middletown community.
It means a lot. I mean, right now we're going through a turf project, which is very big for our community. We haven't played a home game this year. It's been a little rough. We're hoping next week that comes to fruition. Hoping that the next week will be opening of the football field, and that'll be real big for our family of Mohawks here.
We're definitely looking forward to that. Thank you. Enjoy the second half, and we're going to toss it to a quick commercial break.
Rolling, looking, now getting a reverse field. He's got some blockers that way. He directs traffic, sidesteps one defender, and scores.
He has a man down the sideline. There's two men over there defending, but what a throw, what a catch. Touchdown, Maryland.
You could see a fake. They're going to kick. It was blocked. Grabbed. Returned. It's Carlson who had the interception earlier. He's looking for a convoy. What a vertical.
Mark McGonigal with a couple of jump cuts. And now a spin, stays on his feet. Run of the year for the touchdown.
Reverse. Going the other way is Ethan Reed, and he's dropped.
Going to keep it and try to throw it long. Looking for a receiver, and does. Touchdown.
25 to go here, second quarter. Harbaugh going to keep it himself, spins his way across the 5-yard line. Great second effort and in for the touchdown. What a tough run. The spinning senior Cam Harbaugh.
Big play coming up here. And that one is picked.
Is that DeAndres McLean?
It is. The big man.
Let the Lamb run, baby.
He's got a couple blocks. He's trying to go. He's going to go. He's rumbling down the 15.
Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling. Let's go.
I'm here, and we've got a big truck behind us, donated to us by SVG. Talk to us about why you chose this for Bellbrook.
So my buddy is the head basketball coach at Bellbrook High School, and he said, look, I got an idea. Let's raise some money, do a little booster thing. Can we maybe get a truck and give away a truck, sell some raffle tickets? I said, heck yeah, let's do it. Bellbrook, Beaver Creek, our store is right there in Beaver Creek. So Andre, he what we said, I said, what do you want? He says, well, I'd like to have a nice truck. Well, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but trucks are hard to come by. I said, you know what? Let's get one. This is a 2021 GMC Canyon Denali. You know what Denali means?
What does it mean?
Top of the line.
Okay.
So, Andre, I'm going to need you. $50 raffle ticket. But anybody out there, you can win this. You don't have to live in Bellbrook, but you have an opportunity, and there's good odds of winning this.
All right, so in that case, I'm going to have to, when we leave here, I'm going to get a raffle ticket, and I might be driving away with this truck right here. Thank you so much.
Well, we're going to announce the winner last game of the year, but you can go online and check Bellbrook High School or get with SVG Motors, and we'll let you know how you can win a chance at the truck.
Thank you so much, guys. Take this chance. Get your truck. Thank you.
First down, Bellbrook at the 15.
Halftime has been brought to you by Wright and Schulte.
We're here at halftime, and we're going to send it down to Andre with Dan Baker.
All right, Coach, so coming out into the second half, what was your message to your team back in the locker room?
That we just got to keep battling, keep fighting. At the end of the day, we've had some injuries, we've had some things happen, and we haven't done a good enough job tackling defensively. We haven't done a good enough job running our feet on contact. We had that one drive offensively against some of their guys, and at the end of the day, it showed that we can move it, we can do all that stuff, but we just haven't been able to keep piecing it together enough. And from a defensive standpoint, we got to come downhill, make tackles. We just haven't done a good enough job doing that so far.
How much of a positive was it to get that scoring drive in the first half, just to get that kind of monkey off your back and show your guys that you are capable of doing that in this game?
Oh, especially, you look at that group right now offensively, I don't think we have one guy that's above a junior on that group. So we have one senior right now playing offensively, and when you show those guys that they can compete and play with these guys that are playing real hard and physical on them, that's a big confidence booster. And, at the end of the day, we got to keep fighting, keep battling offensively, keep trying to execute.
I asked your team yesterday to tell me one word to describe this squad, and they said overlooked, because they believe there's a lot of talent on this team, Coach, and I believe you're going to show us that in the second half. Good luck, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Okay, Coach, they informed us that we were going to go 8-minute quarters for the third and fourth quarter. Tell us a little about that.
I realize, number one, that's mutual consent between the coaches. I think that's really smart by Coach Baker. Another thing about that is sometimes I've seen teams like they take a knee in the middle of the 50. That embarrasses the other team. No one in the stands will notice the 8-minute quarters. All of a sudden you'll look up and the game will be over. You know another thing, Brownie? We're going to get home a little early tonight. Now Joni watches all these games, so Joni, I'm coming home early. I got to talk about Joni, though. This past weekend, they had the Diane Olick's Invitational Pickleball Tournament, the top pickleball tournament for females in the Dayton area. My Joni finished sixth. She's ahead.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, well, Keiko Williams is unbeatable to win it, but she finished sixth. Joni, great job, and oh, my gosh, she's a wonderful pickleball player.
Okay, anytime the score differential reaches over 30 points or more, the second half game play running clock is used. If any time the score goes under 30 points, it'll revert back to a regular score, but they're down 50 points. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. Ball coming down to the near side, picked up by one of the up men.
Good, north-south.
And he is going north and south.
There you go. Got 2 first downs.
And we'll see who that guy was. It was number 52. Big guy, David Adams. You like to see that guy. Big guys go carry the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'll talk about that to his grandchildren. Remember when I returned the kickoff? And he did good.
And it was on TV. I can prove it.
Playing offensive guard. Oh, good job.
We got people watching from all over the country. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I didn't know it, Brian.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I know my brother. He's watching out in San Diego, California.
Oh, that's cool.
He's probably sitting on the beach watching the game on his phone.
Well, that's pretty nice. We got nice weather here, though. Natalie took care of us.
Oh, yeah. Here's a pass. Haas over to the left side, intended for Aiden Grooms. It's incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brownie, a couple of things we got to look at. We looked at films over the halftime and some of the highlights. Number one, that targeting call. He came in from behind, so there was nothing intentional about it at all. So I want to make sure that's clear. But he is out next week for the Oakwood game. And the other thing is, we looked at that drive by Madison. Bellbrook had most of their starters in. Those were well-earned yards and well-earned touchdowns. So these Madison Mohawks, they got no quit in them. Nice job, Madison.
You said you were going to be home early. You're not stopping anywhere, are you?
Oh, no. Get on the Joni. We got to talk about our pickleball game.
No ice cream shop, no donut shop or anything?
Got to get home and talk about pickleball.
Rodas, the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Didn't get anything. 3rd down and 10. 6:45 remaining here in this.
Hey, Brown, it's good to have you back, man. I know you had a physical setback, and you got I saw you. It was like a 4-year-old kid up in the booth before the game. I'm back. I'm back.
You're right. I'm back. Yeah.
Glad to have you back, Brownie. Lindsay's glad to have you back. I'm glad to have you back.
And after this play, I want to thank some people. Here's throw down the middle.
Good ball.
Nice catch
ball
by Grooms. Grooms down, all the way down to the 40-yard line for Madison. Down to the Bellbrook 40. That's good enough for a first down. Here's the replay brought to you by the Cincinnati Toyota dealers.
Nice play.
Got it right in the pocket.
Madison players are going to come back and say, hey, we can play with them. Coach said we're a little young.
First down brought to you by Arby's. Here we go once again. Time Rodas is going to get the ball, going off left tackle, getting some running room down to the 31. Last week I did have a heart attack, and I want to thank everybody at ABC 22. I want to thank Andre for filling in for me. I want to thank Lindsay and the coach, everybody up here in the booth, everybody in the truck. John called me, wished me well, and I want to thank everybody at ABC 22 Fox 45 for that.
Good to have you back, Brownie.
It was totally unexpected. Let's put it that way. Here comes Rodas around the right side and down to the 29-yard line, close enough for a first down. It looks like.
I'll tell you something I got to talk about. Number 72 for Madison, Owen Kelly. He's a 3-year starter. He's also a 3-year starter in baseball. He's about 260 pounds.
They're going to.
That is
like
a
big
measure. Baseball player.
They're going to call it a first down. So it'll be another first down brought to you by Arby's.
So 72, there he is. Listen to this. He plans on after graduation, at least right now he's enlisting in the Navy, and here's why. His grandpa, Gary Waters, was in the Navy, said, you know what, I want to keep we lost his grandpa in the past year. I want to keep Grandpa's legacy alive. We're going to enlist in the Navy. At least that's his plans now. 72, he's playing his heart out. Owen Kennedy.
Haas looking downfield.
There he is.
Throws it down and incomplete, intended for Miller in the end zone. Clock will continue to run.
Something about Owen. His dad, Jason Kelly, he's a fireman out there in Madison. He used to coach football. Coached football for Chris Wells. Boy, Chris Wells, he was a head coach at Madison. He's a great one. He's at Middletown Christian now.
There's the Toyota replay.
Hey, the quarterback, he's scrambling. He's doing everything. He's doing a good job in there.
Just a little bit over his head.
Yeah.
So,
Owen Kelly, good guy. Keep going.
One thing that we do here.
Proud to serve our country.
Here's Rodas once again, a little spin move. Gets down to the 26-yard line. One thing I want to say here, on Wednesdays, you go out and you talk to these kids. You talk to 4 of them. You talk to the coaches from each team. You get the information that you're talking about right now about all these kids. And if there's anybody in their families that are military, we'd like to know about it.
We'd like to know about it. Please
We'd
tell
like
us.
to know about it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Owen just busting with pride. He says, Coach, I want to keep my grandfather's legacy alive. He said, but I want to serve our country. He said, I want to help other people. Owen Kelly, you're a good one. I'm rooting for you, man.
Handoff once again, going to Rodas. Rodas up the middle, down to the 22-yard line. So 3 minutes and counting.
Yeah, you want to go fast.
You want to tell Joni to warm up the coffee or something?
Yeah, warm up the coffee. We're playing pickleball tomorrow. Pickleball tomorrow morning.
So, what game are you going to tomorrow?
Well, my college fraternities have a reunion tomorrow. The Delts. So I'm going to my Delt reunion tomorrow. Charlie Mazza, Donnie Zimmer, Mike Foley, all my Delt brothers.
There's a handoff once again to Rodas. Rodas is going to go left side. Got some running room down to the 15, down to the 14. So Rodas.
Okay.
Rodas gets another first down. That first down brought to you by Arby's. And Madison has entered the Donato's delivery zone. Donato's Pizza is a great call for after the game. Order online for pickup or delivery at donatos.com. Every piece is important.
Yeah, Brian, I'm going to leave here with a lot of feelings. Bellbrook's good. Seth Barandi's good. Coach Jenkins, great coach. You know what?
Pause. over or tried to get Miller into the end zone. Incomplete.
I think the number one thing I'm leaving here with is this simple. Madison is still battling. They're still fighting for everything they have.
There you go. Here's your cheerleaders right there.
Hey, let me talk about a couple of those cheerleaders. You've got Addie Cousins and you've got Emma Cousins. They're sophomores. They're on the varsity. Their great uncle was Gary Cousins. We've talked about him.
Yes.
Cousins. And now Emma's brother Luke has had an outstanding game. Cousins. What a great name in Dayton sports.
Didn't he have didn't he have a rushing record down there at UD?
Oh, all kind of rushing. Chaminade Eagle, and then there's a nice run. Chaminade Eagle. And the one thing, he was a special teams player of the year in the NFL, went to a Pros Bowl. So, part of the UD football history, Gary Cousins. Now, grandpa for Addie and Emma and Luke was Bobby Cousins, well-known coach here in Bellbrook. We lost Bobby in January. Really, really a good guy. Cousins, what a big name. And I'll tell you what, Addie, Emma, and Luke, you are carrying on the name. Great Uncle Gary, we're proud of you, and Grandpa Bobby's looking down and proud of the Cousins. Great family. Oh, don't forget Mickey. You know, she's the cheerleading advisor here. Mickey Cousins.
There's Haas. He's going to keep it himself.
Oh, nice
and
job. Oh, my
spin
gosh.
move down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line.
You know what? I'm going to leave here. Of all things, I think the fight in the Madison Mohawks is one thing that stands out to me. They're down 50 points, and they're battling. They're fighting. I think that's a reflection on Coach Baker. He's got them believing.
Oh, yeah. This team's going to be very good in the future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That first down brought to you by Arby's. It's 1st and goal. Ball at the 5-yard line. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Handoff going once again to Rodas. And he's going to be down to the 2-yard line. And that's going to do it for the third quarter of play here at Miami Valley South Stadium. 56-6, you're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. Back here at Miami Valley South Stadium, we move into the fourth quarter. 56-6 is our score. 1st and goal for the Mohawks at their own 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Brownie, we asked Lindsay if I'm allowed to root for this touchdown. I'm supposed to be impartial, but Lindsay, can I root for a touchdown here?
It comes touchdown by Rodas. A touchdown brought to you by Donato's. So Rodas gets his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Way to battle, Madison. Lindsay just told me I'm allowed to. She said she's not going to find me for being impartial or not being partial, I guess. Thanks, Lindsay. You're a good one. Former Miamisburg. You know, she's Miamisburg grad. Proud to be it. Yeah, she's a good one. Hey, way to go, Madison. Way to battle.
I'll try and get Miamisburg on so then she can sit in her home.
Oh, yeah.
Kick
up. Hey, here we go.
Got it.
There we go.
Yeah, she got it.
Layla.
Look at the crowd across the way.
Oh, yeah. Nice job, Layla.
They got to give her the ball on that.
Oh, yeah.
If that's her first. So here's a replay of it. Coach, there it is. It's up
Layla.
Good.
Let's get her up on her shoulders, guys.
We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. Way to go, Layla. Layla Usler to kick it off. There she is. Got the extra point. I don't know if that was her first extra point or not.
The way they acted, I would have to guess a yes. Nice onside. Almost.
Offside.
Good try.
The whole right
Layla.
side of the line was offside.
Yeah.
I'm not saying their names, though.
Yeah. Oh, good, Brownie.
The whole right
yards,
side.
Kick again.
So they're going to mark it back 5 yards and make her kick again, I guess.
Hey, Brown, here's another one of those Madison players that's playing his heart out. He's on defense. His name is Preston Brown, number 75. He's a big guy, 6'2", 260, a 3-year starter. Listen to this. He was 33-8 in wrestling last year. His goal is to break 100 career records. He's got 77. I think he's going to shoe in for that. Preston Brown got a 3.9 GPA. Goes to D. Russell Lee Vocational School. Wants to be a welder. He's one of those guys that says, I just want to work. I love that mentality. Oh, nice kick. Nice
kickoff brought to you by Right Shoulder.
Yeah.
Going on to the far side. And it's kind of hard to see the number. That was number 80 for Johnny Desch, the carrier. He got the ball for the
Johnny Desch on the return.
Bellbrook Golden Eagles. Clock running was 7:38, or clock stop was 7:38. 3-yard touchdown run brought to you by Rand Associates, carried by no other than Quentin Rodas. The extra point was good by Layla Eustler, and it's now 56-13 with the clock running.
Now playing quarterback, Gavin McConnell.
McConnell hands off. He's the new quarterback as Jeff Jenkins. He pulled his starters.
Good move. Oh, Jeff's class. Hey, Brownie, we can't be in Bellbrook without me mentioning the favorite son of Bellbrook, Ohio. He lives right across the street from the high school, Arlen Bucky Bockhorn.
Oh, is that right?
I know every UD fan right now is saying, how's the Buck man doing? He's my guy. I'm going to talk about him after the play. There's nobody better than the legend, Arlen Bucky Bockhorn.
Played for the Royals, too. Okay, handoff once again to Umina. And so we're going to send it down to Andre. What do you got?
Yeah, guys, I want to talk about this senior class here at Bellbrook. A lot of them have been together since kindergarten and third grade. This is a very tight-knit unit here. They've experienced 2 conference championships. They've experienced 2 undefeated regular seasons. And these guys say that at this point, they can pretty much read each other's minds out there on the field. And you've seen a lot of that tonight, especially when it comes to running the ball with Seth Burundi. And they say the most special part of it, though, is just watching each other grow up and being there for all of those special little moments. And it just makes this whole experience really worth it to them. A great just tidbit about this Bellbrook team. Very close-knit, mainly because they've known each other since they were about 6 years old, Doug and Jim.
Monzingo, the ball carrier. I like that number for a quarterback, number 30.
Yeah.
Kevin McConnell wearing number 30. Of course, we had a couple of weeks ago where a quarterback wore number 44.
Right.
Pitch back over to the near side. Nada. Oh, well, I tell you what, that kid, the ball carrier was number 28, and Mackay Smith. And I tell you what, those Middletown, Madison Mohawks were all over that ball. They're not stopping.
Swarming to the ball. You know, I mentioned Bucky Buck. I know every UD fan out there, which is about 90% of this town, saying, how's the Buck man doing? I was at his house. Buck man said to say hello to everybody. He's doing fine. He's hanging there. NBA legend, University of Dayton legend. He's the legend.
Cincinnati Royals.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Umina going in and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 40, Jacob Oma, from 42 yards out.
Jacob Oma. That touchdown brought to you by Donato's. Big number 40, rumbling and stumbling, a 5'8" sophomore.
Good to see the young kids playing a little bit. Hey, you know what my favorite story about Bucky Bockhorn is? When he was playing for the Royals, Oscar Robertson was the other guard. Of course, an NBA legend. I'll say more about that after this extra point.
Paid the extra point. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. So with 4:26 left here in this first half, or second half, 63-13.
Let's finish that story about Bucky, the Bellbrook legend. He tells us the story about the night he and Oscar Robinson were the 2 guards. One night they scored 65 points in a game. Oscar scored 61 and Bucky scored 4, and he loves to brag about that one. You know, Brownie, he's got a message for you. And you know, he's the voice of the Flyers. He's the color man for the Flyers. You know, on a little break right now. He told me, he says, Place Man and Brownie, you guys should switch to radio. You 2 got faces for radio. That's my man, the Buck, the legend. Hey, Buck, we love you. The city of Dayton loves you. And everybody, Buck's doing good. He said to say hello to everybody. My man.
Yeah, Buck, we do have faces for radio, don't we?
I love the Buck man.
Yeah, he's with a legendary radio announcer, Larry Hanskin.
Yes, he is.
And they do. There we go.
There we are.
Yeah, our faces for radio. So there you go, Bucky.
Yeah. Bucky taught me everything I know about being a color man.
Oh, yeah?
Well, probably, that's why, but yeah, he has. No, he's my hero. Love the Buckman. Hey, there you go. Brownie's back. Brownie's back.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
It's great to be back. Back in the booth once again. Next week, we're going to be at Northridge. This kickoff brought to you by Wright and Schulte. Northridge, home of the Polar Bears. We have the Troy Christian and Northridge. Here you go, big number 62. Is it 62 on the carry?
North-south. Taking north-south. I like that.
That was number 52, it looks like. Kane Kennedy on the carry. Or no, I take that back. Not Kane. Davin Adams once again on the carry.
Hey, Brownie, two of the ADs are two of the best young ADs in the Miami Valley. For Madison, it's Matt Morrison. All you Cedarville University people, remember, he's an outstanding baseball player, now an outstanding administrator. But how about the AD here at Bellbrook, Charlie Odell? Hey, how many of you remember the cover of Sports Illustrated the week after the 9/11 tragedy? I'm going to talk about it more after this play. Charlie Odell, what a main man.
Haas will keep it, and he's going to be stopped before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Lost him a couple.
He's battling. So anyway, Brownie, it's 9/11, country's mourning. The country was inspired by a high school football team in Bellbrook, Ohio that was led on the field with an American flag. He got the flag himself. That wasn't a planned activity. Charlie Odell led him out. Now he's the athletic director here. Went on to a great career at Wittenberg.
Yeah, Wittenberg's got a pretty good program up there. They've won five national championships. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. Haas in back quarterback. Miller in motion. Haas back to pass, looking downfield. It's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Rolling now to his right. Fires down. And over the head of Miller. And it's going to be incomplete. There is the Thursday Night Lights trophy donated by Rand Associates. And that will be sitting in the trophy case of the Bellbrook Golden Eagles tomorrow morning. So stop by the... it might be in.
It's
going to be in the office. It's going to be in the sports office.
In Charlie's office.
Charlie's not going to let that loose.
Everybody talks about Charlie, but Erin Odell, his wife, they call her Superwoman. I want to talk about it. I mean, she's amazing, Erin Odell.
Here we go. Handoff once again goes to.
Nice run, man. Is he running hard?
Yeah, it goes to Rodas.
Oh, nice run.
He's got to have over 100 yards.
Yeah,
easy.
Let's make this 4th down, Madison. Hey, a little bit about Erin. I teach character education classes at UD, and I bring Erin in to speak. She's an educator in the Beaver Creek school system. She sets the example for everybody else. They call her Superwoman. Nobody can understand how she can do as much as she does. They say it would take 3 women to do what she does in character education. If you're an educator and you want to know something about character education, Erin Odell out there at Beaver Creek. One more thing about her after this play.
I may have to come down and sit in one of your classes.
Oh, they're fun, Brownie. Character education.
Here comes Haas. He's going to be brought down from behind at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be a fumble on the play, and it's going to belong to the Bellbrook Golden Eagles. Now, with $1:40 left, you take a knee?
Excuse me?
You take a knee with $1:40 left?
No, you let your young kids run a play. Take a knees in there. They've done everything they can.
Here's a replay brought to you by...
These are young kids. Let them play. Madison's got their young kids in, too, though. So, hey, one thing about Erin. Erin Odell, she's the Superwoman. She learned everything from her mom and dad. Oh, my gosh. Bob and Cindy Summers, mom and dad. Bob played tight end for me. One of my former players is Erin's dad. Great people.
Coming up next week here on the My TV Dayton on Premier L's Thursday Night Lights, it's the Troy Christian Eagles taking on the Northridge Polar Bears from Northridge Stadium. Be on the air at 7 o'clock right here on My TV Dayton. I don't know why I said Gem City.
I'm wrong, Brownie. In a normal situation, you would take a knee there.
Yeah.
Go, Brownie.
Well, here's the schedule. Rest of the schedule. We got next week Troy Christian and Northridge, 2 legendary coaches that we're going to be talking to. Then we got Tippecanoe at Fairborn, and then Franklin at Brookville. That's going to be a dandy because those 2 teams are very, very good.
We got Tip City. Bellbrook beat Tip City first game of the year. That was a huge win,
That kind of gave them the fire they need underneath them.
Tip hasn't lost since.
No. So we're going to have one more play. 10 seconds left on the clock. As Coach Jenkins is telling them to take a knee, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it. Your final score, 63-13 is our final.
Bellbrook 63, Madison 13.
We're going to take a break and be back with a trophy presentation right after this. You're watching the Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. 63-13 is our final score. We're going to send it down to Andre with a trophy presentation to the Bellbrook Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Doug, Jim, a great game from the Golden Eagles, winning this game by about 50 points. And they earned this trophy. I'm going to give this to running back Seth Burundi. And now Coach Jenkins. You know, we talked about just before this game about not taking this team lightly, coming out really quick in the first half. How do you feel about the way your team played?
We played lights out. We're not going to apologize for the way we play. We play hard football. We play hard-nosed football. We fly around on defense. We play very physical, and we're not going to apologize for that. That's who we are. That's why we've been able to be successful, and I'm proud of these guys for playing their top-level football tonight.
Obviously, you guys are one of the best running teams in the Miami Valley. How did it feel to just get that going literally on the first play of the game, 65 yards to the house?
Yeah, it felt good. That's we think we got the guys in the backfield and the guys up front that we can make big plays like that at any time in a football game.
And do you feel like you can capitalize off of the momentum from this game and carry it into the last 3 weeks of this regular season?
Absolutely. We don't take any game lightly. We didn't take this game lightly at all. We know we got a tough game against Oakwood coming up, and they're a league opponent. And, we'll be ready for them. We're going to train our butts off and have a great week of practice, and we'll be ready next Friday.
Thank you, Coach. Enjoy this win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bellbrook improves to 5-2 on the year. Madison falls to 0-7. Coach, final thoughts.
Brownie, the story tonight is obviously Bellbrook and the outstanding team they have. But I want to talk about Madison. They've had 4 coaches in 4 years. And you know what? That's tough on players. And I talked to one of the players, and they said, you know what, Coach? All of them said it's tough. And here's the biggest problem. Every coach comes in and says, listen, my system is the best system in the world, and you got to believe in it. And they do. So that if they say, wait a minute, forget the 52, we're in the 4-3. Forget the 4-3, we're in the 3-3. So for 4 straight years, they've had coaches telling them, you have to forget everything that's been told to you in the past and do a new system. Well, it doesn't work that way. These poor seniors, they just didn't work that way. My hat's off to Madison. They'll be okay. Tough time, guys. Fight through it. And one of their players told me, Coach, one thing about it is taught us how to deal with adversity. That's what they're doing tonight. Hats off, Madison Mohawks. Good job.
Okay, that's going to do it for us here at Miami Valley South Stadium. Good night from Premier Health Thursday Night Lights, presented by Cincinnati Toyota Dealers. Join us next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. from Northridge Stadium when the Troy Christian Eagles take on the Northridge Polar Bears on MyTV Dayton. And now stay tuned for Dateline. Good night, everybody, and stay safe.